and welcome to the LLR Corporate Education Program. I'm Orrin Woodward.
And I'm Chris Brady.
And LLR stands for Launching a Leadership Revolution, our New York Times best-selling book.
In that book, we begin with the story of a man named Ira Yates. He was a successful business owner who decided he wanted to return to the ranching life that he had known as a child. So Ira sold his successful business and bought 1,000 acres of land in West Texas. This was just before the Great Depression, and Ira had a hard time making it economically on his ranch through those Depression years. But he heard about all the wildcatting for oil that was going on throughout that region of the United States at the time, and he wondered if he should drill on his property. Well, it was a complicated process. It was expensive. He had to hire some experts, and it took a long time. But eventually, they did drill on Ira Yates' property and found that he was sitting atop one of the richest oil reserves in North America. To us, leadership is a lot like those drilling rigs and tools that were used on Ira Yates' property to tap into the potential of that oil. Leadership is a tool that you use to extract your capability from within yourself and to maximize your impact in the world by the positive influence of other people.
Everyone is called to lead. Whether you're already a leader in running companies or you're just getting started in whatever profession you've chosen, you are a leader because you have influence. Leadership is the ability to influence in a positive direction. So whether you're influencing positive or influencing negatively is the only question, but everyone's a leader.
Leadership is certainly a trait that we're born with different amounts of. So some of it is inbred, some of it is a little bit innate, where we have an ability to lead, a little bit of a natural leadership ability. But just like muscles, leadership ability can be developed, and anyone can develop his or her leadership ability. We can all become more effective as leaders, and we need to learn how important it is to grow in our leadership ability because it impacts almost every aspect of our professional life.
Now, so many people think in order to be a leader that I have to go off on a weekend retreat or I have to go disappear for a month and ponder the hidden truths of life. But actually, leadership's something that's ongoing. Our basic philosophy of leadership is that it's small, bite-sized pieces of information over and over, continuous spaced repetition of information going in. One of the best ways to get your leadership education is if you're driving 30 minutes in a car anyway, you might as well be multitasking while you're driving, learning on the best leadership principles that you can apply today.
We know that as busy people with a job, with families, with other responsibilities, that it's very difficult to find the time, energy, and focus for proper training, much less development, leadership development. So we've designed our education program to be very easy to inculcate, very easy to imbibe, very easy to bring into the life that you're already living and make that life more successful, especially professionally. What you can expect to gain from the LLR Corporate Education Program is increased effectiveness at work, a better attitude overall, the ability to communicate much more effectively, the ability to handle conflict and work toward speedy resolution, the ability to engage better at work, the ability to be more challenged while you're there, actually to enjoy your work better and to accomplish more, the ability to influence other people in a positive direction. All of these things and more you can expect from the LLR Corporate Education Program.
Now here's how it works. 4 CDs and a book every month. You're listening to the CDs as you're driving in your car, as you're getting ready in the morning. You're listening to positive information that'll help build better relationships, that'll help build decisiveness and better decision making and better focus and prioritization of your day. You're listening to CDs and reading a book. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, I already went through my education and I don't need to read anymore. But the truth of the matter is, leaders are readers. They're constantly learning. You don't have enough time in one life to learn all the lessons necessary to be a top leader. So leverage information from other people's lives. And that's why we have reading and listening, those two together, 4 CDs and a book, to truly improve yourself.
If you think about it, we don't know what we don't know. Some of what we know, we've even forgotten. Have you ever, I'm officially educated in engineering, but I haven't worked as an engineer in so long, I've forgotten almost everything I was taught and how to be an engineer. So I'm sure you're the same way in some categories in life, that we've forgotten a lot of things. So we don't know what we don't know. How, as Edward Deming said, how could you know what you don't know? We don't know what we don't know. We've forgotten a lot of what we used to know. And then even more, some of what we know just isn't so. We've learned some things that just aren't as we think they are as we learned them. My best example on that one is song lyrics. Have you ever had incorrect song lyrics and you're driving down the road with someone, you're pretty comfortable with them, and you start singing what you think those lyrics are, and that other person sits there and they look at you. Is that what you think that says? We've all had that happen. I could name some songs we probably all have wrong, but we don't know what we don't know. Some of what we know we've forgotten, and some of what we know just isn't so. And so the value of continuing education, of continuing to learn and get better and expose ourselves to new ideas and refresh ourselves on the fundamentals is critical to our personal growth and our professional advancement. You see, what happens is we build a platform of principles, and we teach techniques on top of that platform. And the pithy little phrase is, methods are many, principles are few. Methods may change, but principles never do. Well, we will deliver to you both. Not only timely methods, but timeless principles. And we're going to give you a rock-solid foundation of principles to build upon, and we'll teach you a lot of the methods that are working today. And one of the things to understand is that sometimes it's more important to be reminded than instructed. Just like you don't know what you don't know, we don't know what you don't know. And so we're going to shotgun approach to a whole bunch of areas that are critical for corporate advancement and an increased contribution. And I think that's going to make it fun. We're not going to root you in a certain subject and keep you there for a long time and make it super boring. We're going to move kind of fast and hit some high points, but have a lot of fun with some colorations along the way to make it more meaningful and to anchor those lessons in your mind so these learnings and these trainings become immediately applicable to you on your job. So not only will you be learning some great things, and learning is fun, it's refreshing, it makes us feel alive, but you're also going to be gaining and onboarding useful tools and techniques almost immediately in this program, and I think you're going to enjoy it.
So get equipped to launch the leadership revolution.